1 second. Boom, we are live and ready to go. It is game day. Let's go, guys.
Let's
Oh
do this.
man,
Let's
it's
do this.
incredible, man. We call this Good Morning Game Day. We're gonna be rocking with you in the morning, get you set for the entire day, and that's exactly what we're doing. And of course, you know, Reese with an S. Of course, K Mac rocking and holding down everything that you're looking at. And we got the coach, and that's enough said right there. What's going on, people?
What's going on? How we
Man,
living
great,
today?
man.
How we living? How we living?
Outstanding. Outstanding. Full of fluid, ready to do it because I'm used to it. Let's get rolling.
Come on, coach. Full of fluid, ready to do it.
Hey guys,
Because I'm used to it.
I just want to remind people this is something that we're gonna be doing every Saturday. We're not gonna hold you long. We're gonna give you some tidbits for things to look forward to throughout the rest of your college Saturday. So hey, coach, what you want to start with? We got a big game going up in Camp Randall, right? Right, Matt? What we got going on?
Exactly. We got a big game going on.
Big game. Big game. Camp Randall. You know, guys, I think that this is put up or shut up Saturday. It's Camp Randall, big game. Alabama goes to Wisconsin in Camp Randall. Then you got Florida State hosting Memphis, and you got the South Carolina Gamecocks hosting LSU. And so, in the words of Eminem, will the real Slim Shady please stand up? It's time. Hey guys. Florida State is 0-2. They got to fish or cut bait, Earl. Is LSU for real? Okay. They go to the chicken coop, Williams-Brice Stadium. That place will be rocking.
Yeah.
Dawn Staley will be there doing her guest picking and giving her take on the game. South Carolina, guys, first time they've had a chance to be 3-0. They're 2-0 now, but this will be the first time they've had a chance to be 3-0 since 2012. Now, South Carolina has not beaten LSU since 1994, and they did that in Baton Rouge. Check this out, guys. They haven't beaten LSU at home since 1930.
But coach, for some reason, I'm thinking, and I think you alluded to it just a little bit. I'm thinking South Carolina's gonna. I mean, I won't be surprised if they come out with that W, man, today against LSU.
You would.
I would not.
Earl, initially, and I know they're at home getting 7 points, but at the end of the day, you win by affecting the quarterback. South Carolina has 2 big-time edge rushers. That freshman, Kennard, he's big time. South Carolina has not had a defensive player coming off the edge to match this kid's ability since Jadeveon Clowney, and they're excited about him. He's just a freshman. But newsflash, this is the best offensive line that LSU has ever had. They've got 2 first-round draft picks, and the big stud that he's going up against, this Kennard kid's going up against, is that kid Will Campbell. He's 6'6", 325 pounds. He's got feet like Michael Jackson, and I believe he's gonna moonwalk that freshman's ass all over the field. So I look for LSU to find their identity. I know the hype is supposed to rain, guys. That does not favor South Carolina. Okay, but I look for South Carolina to play hard early. The enthusiasm will be in Williams-Brice Stadium. The chicken coop will be running over. But let me tell you something, guys. This is a good LSU football team. They staggered against Southern Cal out in Las Vegas. I look for them to rebound. They're 2 first-round draft picks. The other kid, that Aaron Emory Jones on the right side, will be going against the other edge rusher from South Carolina, Dylan Stewart. But at the end of the day, this is a outstanding offensive line. LSU has not had a first-round pick in the offensive line since Alan Faneca, and that was 1998. They've got 2 first-round draft picks in that O-line. I think LSU holds serve and goes to South Carolina, comes out of there with a win.
Oh, that's an unbelievable game to look at too. Again, we talked about Alabama, Wisconsin. Florida State, of course. We haven't really got on that much, but the LSU. But K-Mac, I want to bring your attention to, I was disappointed last week with Coach Prime and his crew in terms of, they pulled one out of North Dakota State, and now, of course, they played Nebraska and got the brains beat out physically at the line of attack. What's going to happen against Colorado State, man, today with the Buffaloes?
Mm-hmm. Well, Colorado State and the Buffaloes, I really have a feeling that this may be this may be the season that makes Coach Prime just want to leave Bowler at the end of the season. I mean, this may be the season to make him want to just say, pull up stakes and say, I got to go. Because if they lose today, if this team does not fix their problems from the last week, and their problem from last week was glaring. Their problem from last week is not something that you fix overnight. It's not something you fix in the film room. It's a problem that they should have fixed when they were recruiting all season long, all off season. And it is pretty clear that they did not fix that problem. And Shedeur Sanders, with aspirations of being the #1 draft pick in the NFL or a Heisman Trophy winner, this is a disaster waiting to happen because they will not meet that standard today or any day.
Coach, you look shocked when he said that. Talk to me, Coach.
You blew my socks off with that one, K-Mac. Hold up, guys. 12 games in a regular season in 2023. Okay, he goes 4-8 in his inaugural season. Had they beat Stanford, I get it. They blew a 21-point halftime lead. They lost to Stanford. They would have gotten bowl eligible. Okay, didn't do it. Played 2 games in 2024. Won the first one against a good FCS football team. Lost at Nebraska. And that is a tough place to play. And kudos to Matt Rule. He has rebuilt that football team. And yes, they outmanned them on both sides of the line of scrimmage. Interior. Okay. But you gonna run the man out of town on 12 and 2 is 14. On 14 games?
Coach, they didn't get it. Coach, listen to me, Coach. You can't sit there. I mean, I know things are different out there in the land of sunshine where you live at. But I'm trying to tell you, right now, you can't tell me that this team got better from last year. And I'm telling you, Matt Rule got better from last year. Colorado State got better from last year. All these teams got better. Deion did not get better from last year. And guess what? They are coming in there and they are dialed in. They are focused. They can want to put a whooping on them guys. And I don't think this team is ready for it.
I will grant you this. Deion Sanders is a walking lightning rod and a soundbite. Okay, I grant you he attracts a lot of negative publicity simply by the way the man does things. Okay, but he has proven that he's a CEO. And if you look at his track record, there is nothing that would make you think that this man is going to fail. It takes time.
Wait a minute, Coach. I got to jump in. You mentioned that he's the CEO, and I get that.
Uh-huh.
But as a corporation and in any business, you want to try to exceed what you did the year before, particularly revenue.
Absolutely.
But if you come in looking the same as you looked the year before, the owners of your company or your stockholders are like, what the hell is going on? So that's why Colorado looks the same. There's almost the exact replica of what they looked like last year.
Absolutely.
Just a little bit slower and a little bit weaker.
Wow.
Absolutely. But let me just say this. Okay. And they go to Fort Collins, and Jay Norvell is a hell of a football coach. Okay. But when you go into a contest, if you're good at quarterback, you got a chance. If you're good in the secondary, you've got a chance. He's got the best lockdown corner in college football. He's got one of the best quarterbacks in college football. And in that Horn kid, he's got a compliment to Travis Hunter when Travis Hunter's playing offense. Phil Lodeholt, that offensive line coach, all right, he need to get up off his ass and go to coaching them kids up better. They play straight-legged. They don't bend their knees well, and I will give you that. I'm an old line guy. I'm just telling you. They've got to get better. But I'm gonna keep the porch light on for Prime. Guys, he's just 14 games. He's coached 14 games in the D1 level.
So
okay?
let me ask you guys, if both of you guys is, I'm gonna ask both of you guys this question. Do you think they can now change that offense to where they know there's no drop back because you can't pass protect? You ain't blowing nobody off the line, so you can't run.
They can't do that.
The only thing you got, and Reese, you said it the other day, the only thing they probably have one of the fastest teams in all of college football.
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
So you think they could turn that corner starting today and say, let's use the only thing we got?
No, let me tell you something. You must run the football to control the flow of the game. You must run the football. They have not done that well, but that's why they give you a cap and a whistle. And if you don't get it done with one guy, you get it done with the guys. Nick Saban got beat by Louisiana Monroe in his first year at Alabama, and that's Alabama. This guy inherited a football program when Colorado was in the Pac-12 that they had one winning season since 2012. Since 2011. It was an atrocious situation. I can't give up on the man. I'm not gonna give up on the man. He hadn't shown me nothing that would make me think this guy's gonna fail. And and where's he gonna go? You say pack up and go where, K-Mac? Where's he gonna go?
Wherever his son goes.
No. And let's get that straight right now. No. And we move on to the next one. Let's get that straight right now. I don't want to go on record of saying this. His son will be a first-round pick in the National Football League if he stays healthy. Now, the poor kid ought to be in concussion protocol already, but that's another story. But let me just say, hey, remember where you heard it. Shadir Sanders will be much better as soon as he get away from his daddy. Much better.
Oh, I couldn't agree more, Coach. You know what? It only took us 23 minutes for us to figure out how to agree with each other. Good job, Coach.
Okay, we move on.
I agree with
Let's move on a little bit. Let's move on real quickly, Coach. The three big-time schools in Florida, of course, Miami is turned out to be the best. Other main two being Florida State. We talked about that, but you got Florida Gators, which that job is suspect too. I think they take on the A&M Aggies this weekend.
Yeah, Mike Elko brings his Aggies to the Swamp. Ben Hill Griffin.
Talk about that.
Question. Yes. Yeah. And guys, a lot of talk is that if Billy Napier doesn't hurry up and right that situation, that they're gonna give him the pink slip and send him packing. And I think a lot of validity to that, to those rumors, because this guy's on the hot seat. Miami came in there and beat the brakes off of him in Ben Hill Griffin. They filing out of there like it was time to take a restroom break at the movies. But I think Mike Elko goes in there and wins. I saw you make a comment, K-Mac, about that job coming open, and you gonna reveal who's gonna get that job. What's your take?
Which job? Wait a minute. Hold on now, Coach.
The Florida job. The Florida job. You made the comment in our meeting. We were talking about it. You said the Florida job gonna come open. Mike, they're gonna run Billy Napier slap out of town, and you said the Florida job gonna come open, and you had a name for that job.
Well,
I'm all ears.
The hottest name around is only one name. The hottest name around is Deion. Coach Prime is the only name that's gonna fill the next Power 5 opening that comes up. Prime will be primed to take that job.
Coach Prime will never be coach at the University of Florida.
He'll never. And he ain't gonna be the head coach at Florida, and he ain't gonna be the head coach at Florida State. They got one HBCU in Tallahassee. They ain't gonna have two. Now I'm gonna tell you something. Since you brought this up. You brought this up, okay?
Wow.
Now remember where you heard it. Earl Reese, remember where you heard it. I do believe that Billy Napier is walking dead. I think he's history. And I'll tell you the guy who they'll go after as soon as they dismiss him. Lane Kiffin, the head football coach at Ole Miss. And he will take it. And here's why. You can win a national championship at Florida. The dominoes have to align themselves up perfectly for you to win a national championship at Ole Miss. You may make the tournament at Ole Miss, and he may make the tournament this year. But Urban Meyer did it. Steve Spurrier did it. That is an iconic football program, and it's got a great recruiting base. Okay? Now, I'll tell you something. Here's how I know that. Okay? I'll give you another scoop, Earl. Okay, man. When the Ole Miss job comes open, I know I'm going to bring up a name. When was the last time Mississippi State was consistently good? Who ran that program? Don't you have a daughter at Mississippi State, right?
Yeah, but I'm trying to think now. Because when you say consistently, what do you? I mean, what we talk about here? Because
I'm gonna bring up a name. Go ahead.
Jackie Sherrill, maybe? Was it Jackie Sherrill?
No. Well, and after Jackie, and you're right, Earl. After Jackie Sherrill,
right.
Who was here? Who led them to numerous bowl games and some credibility? Who did it at Mississippi State? Go into Stark Vegas and go down to Little Dewey's and have some barbecue, get some of those smoked links, and then go over there to Scott Field on the campus of Mississippi State. And who did it? Dan Mullen. Mullen.
I was going to say he's on ESPN right now. It's one of the
and he's trying to get his whistle back.
Wait a minute. When he went to Florida, Coach, what you talking about? What's he at Florida?
When the Ole Miss job comes open, fellas, because Lane Kiffin gonna take Florida.
Okay.
Show as I tell you, show as fat meets greasy. Lane Kiffin, if that job come open, they're going after Lane Kiffin like he got on pork chop draws. And I promise you, when that Ole Miss job comes open, the guy who is even right now positioning himself to be the head coach at Ole Miss is Dan Mullen.
Okay.
Hold on, Coach. So let me make sure I got the movement around so far. So,
okay.
Florida State should be looking for a new head coach. Florida's gonna be looking for a new head coach. And then on top of that, because of Florida, who they hired, it's gonna be a new head coach job at Ole Miss. So I mean, is there anybody at SEC gonna have a job this season?
K-Mac, pump the brakes. Mike Norvell at Florida State won 12 games last year. Okay. The big thing about Florida State, guys, is I was guilty of taking the bait. They don't have Jordan Travis, the quarterback. They don't have Jared Verse, who went in the first round coming off the edge. This is not the same Florida State team. They were not worthy of a preseason top 10 poll. They were number 10. They ain't that good, guys. They ain't that good. And I'll tell you something. I like Memphis going to Tallahassee on upset alert. That boy, Memphis. Let me tell you something. Here's the deal. Florida State is atrocious on the line of scrimmage, especially defensive line. Bill O'Brien took them Boston College Eagles and to Tallahassee and ran through them like poo-poo through a goose. Something right about to the tune of 285 yards rushing. Okay, Georgia Tech ran for about a Bill 85, 190 against them. They can't stop the run at Florida State. They're not very good in the O-line, in the defensive interior. So, but I don't think that they won't fire Mike. They're not going to fire Mike Norvell. He was 12 games last year, guys. You think they're going to fire that man after doing that 1 year? And please squash all that Deion Sanders talk, because they ain't going to allow him to turn that place into an HBCU.
Well, speaking of HBCUs, let's segue from that, Coach. It's just an HBCU. Okay. If I scan across the landscape right now, I mean, I think even where I am right now, I think North Carolina Central, in terms of the MEAC, is right up close to the top, and I think they're gonna be okay there. I think Florida A&M and Ross K-Madison probably jump out. I think Florida FAMU in the SWAC is going to be the ultimate winners there. Jackson State, I hadn't heard much about them, but Alabama A&M, a school that we know much about. Coach Cornell Maynard gets beat by 70 points down against Auburn a couple of weeks ago. It was really embarrassing. Is this days of never down to Alabama A&M, Coach?
You know, that plays dear to me, man. You know, Alabama dear to me. I cut my teeth on Normal's Hill, and that program is dear to me. I don't have a problem with Cornell Maynard, but two 7-win seasons is the best he's done since he took over that football program. And what I really have issues with the man is how he talked all that noise when Deion Sanders and the Jackson State football team and Deion was on that scooter and he talking all that yak. Yeah. You got your scooter yet? And Deion Sanders on his scooter, coaching on one leg, put 61 points on him in Louis Cruz Stadium. Okay.
Yeah.
The football program reeks of mediocrity. And that's a fact. That's a fact. And I believe that the people that love Alabama A&M football, and there are a number of them, should take a good, hard, long look at how he does. He's padding his schedule this year. He takes on today. He takes on some D2 team, Georgetown. That's D2. He beat up on a Division II team last week. I mean, yeah, you get your butt kicked by Auburn. That's a money game. I ain't got no problem with that. Make the money.
Yeah, but it was embarrassing, though. 70 points, Coach? Come on now.
Well, yes, it was embarrassing, but something got to pay. Something got to pay for them non-revenue sports.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
Something got to pay for that. So I ain't got no problem with that. But I'm talking about in the SWAC. And see, here's the thing. And you played for the great Ray Green.
Yeah.
And he was my mentor and dear friend, rest in peace.
Yeah.
But they hung banners up from that COVID 6-win season when half the good teams in the SWAC didn't play. Ray Green would have never done that. And you know it, Earl.
Yeah.
So, that's my whole issue with Alabama. I'm going to throw out a name to you. If that job comes open, I'm going to throw out a name to you. Alabama A&M would do well to hire Reggie Ruffin.
Now, who was Reggie Ruffin? Explain to everybody.
Reggie Ruffin is currently the athletic director at Tuskegee. Great player at North Alabama, so he knows the area. Also, very successful HBCU head coach at Miles College, just an hour and a half down the road from Huntsville. You know, Fairfield, Alabama.
Yeah, my mom was there. Yeah.
Won 7 SIAC championships as head coach at Miles College. Outstanding man and one hell of a football coach. And Alabama A&M would do well to consider him should that job come open. No question. Hey, K-Mac, will there be a drop-off under the leadership of Kalen DeBore? Will there be a drop-off?
I'll be back on that again. Well, no, no drop-off. I mean, I think we talking Alabama now, Tuscaloosa. I don't think last week was a weird week. Too much pressure. Saban field. They dedicated the field to Coach Saban. It was just too much pressure on the kids. I think that kind of was hovering over everybody. I think they're gonna play really good today in about a couple of hours. I think it's 12 noon Eastern Standard Time kickoff. I think they fine. Your thoughts on that?
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, it won't be a drop off as far as winning, as far as the program is concerned. Which I will say, you're going to see a little bit different energy, right? They're going to do some things that's a little bit different. They're going to do some things that kind of, it's going to be different than what Coach Saban would have done. But when you're talking about drop off, you're talking about drop off like now all of a sudden we're going to be like Missouri drop off. No, that's not going to happen. If you're talking about drop off, like all of a sudden we're gonna lay an egg like now Florida State's doing, had a good season, now we don't. No, you're not going to see that kind of drop off because it's still the University of Alabama at Tuscaloosa, and they still reign supreme when it comes to college football. University of Alabama, Tuscaloosa, Ohio State, Michigan, in a sense, and teams like Georgia, they get players. They get players nobody else gets. They get players everybody else wants. So it won't matter at this point unless Kalen DeBore is the worst coach in the history of all of football and has no idea how to run a program. There will be no significant drop off. Like all of a sudden we won't be in contention.
Okay. They go to Camp Randall and cover 16.5 spread?
Absolutely. They go to Camp Randall. They will go to Camp Randall today, and I can assure you they will win that game by 21 points.
Oh, okay. Well, then you got to keep a thumb on them now because they get their funk up If they get to feeling that fire and they go to playing jump around, jump up and get down. If you got to keep them down, because let me tell you something. Luke Finkel is a very good football coach. Now, here's the thing. Luke Finkel, good football coach now. Wisconsin, Luke Finkel. Hey, he got Cincinnati to the CFP. Okay? So Luke Finkel, good football coach. Here's the thing that excites me about, and I don't think you'll see a drop-off either, Earl, K-Mac. Okay. Alabama in 2 games, okay, has had 6 plays of over 40 yards. In 2 games so far this season, they've had 6 plays of over 40 yards. So it's they've shown big play. Jalen Milroe, they're explosive on offense. So I don't think you'll be a drop. Football game. You think they cover that, huh Earl? 16.5.
I think so too.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I'm with K-Mac. I think they'll win by 3 touchdowns. I mean, we haven't even talked about Wisconsin. Hell, matter of fact, I didn't know he even coached. I mean, I'm like, you said that. I said, he's the coach for Wisconsin.
Luke Finkel.
I mean, seriously. But one thing I do know about them, being really honest, the offensive line is going to be unbelievable. They keep an offensive line right there. And the point of attack with the defensive line of Alabama and the offensive line of Wisconsin, I think that's where the game going to be won or lost right there.
Yeah. No, Luke Finkel, coach him up now. They won't get beat. I'll tell you what, they may beat Wisconsin. They may cover a 16.5 spread, but they won't get beat from the bench, because Luke Finkel is a very good football coach. Fundamentally, football came through to Ohio State, go all the way back to Urban Meyer, his connection with Ohio State. He takes the head job at Cincinnati, won there. You get Cincinnati to the CFP, you can coach. I'm telling you now. That's a group of 5 teams.
Hey, guys, I know we're up against. I want to do some random questions, though. Who, I know, what, 2 weeks in, 3 weeks in, if you count Reese 0. Who's the Heisman Trophy? Who's sitting in the Cadbury seat right now for the Heisman Trophy?
Go first, K-Mac. Go first. You go first. Give me time.
Honestly,
give me time to think.
I know y'all probably think I'm crazy right now. There's 2 names that you probably don't. I say Cam Ward, if they continue to put up the numbers at Miami, he's going to be in that conversation for the Heisman Trophy. They continue to put those numbers, he's going to be in the Heisman Trophy. And then you have Travis Hunter, right? But it won't happen because they can't produce it. But the star power and the publicity and everything goes along with it, Shedeur Sanders is sitting right there poised for the Heisman Trophy, because the marketing hype, because keep in mind, guys, you're talking about the Heisman Trophy winner, all these votes it's all going to be drowned out by Deion, Shedeur, Colorado. So in order to break through that, you got to be putting up dynamic numbers and look like, so far, Cam Ward has looked coming out in the beginning of the season.
Now, I'm sure that, thank you, everybody who is tuned in watching. We had this heated discussion with 2 of my comrades, and these guys brought me up in the sports broadcast business, and I'm so grateful for you. And I'm sure that while this is going on even right now, it's more folks fact-checking us than they did Donald Trump on Tuesday night. But guys, you thinking that there has not been a football player won the Heisman Trophy off a losing football team since Paul Hornung at Notre Dame, and the guys, that was 1956.
Ooh, okay.
So you think that you done talked about Deion and the Buffaloes, but yet you say it's 2 guys off that team gonna win the Heisman Trophy, got a chance at the Heisman Trophy?
Because
you talk like they.
Come on, Coach, listen to me. What do you think it's gonna take though to win the Heisman Trophy? You got to either put up great numbers, and it's got to be something that nobody's ever seen before, or the only thing people are talking about is dissecting every stat that you've ever put together on this field. And I'm telling you, you can have a losing football team, but stat-wise, they're going to figure out how Shedeur's stats are going to look better than everybody else.
Okay, back, Earl, we just talked about Ray Green, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you something Ray Green would always say. Okay, Mac? Ain't but one reason they cut that scoreboard on. when them people pack in that stadium. Ain't but one reason they cut that scoreboard on. And guys, that's to see who wins the game. Okay? Okay. Herman Edwards said, you play to win the game. Now, we give Heisman Trophy. Jalen Milroe. Hey, guys, 6 plays so far in 2 games. The ball is snapped at Alabama. It first comes through Jalen Milroe's hands. Hike. Jalen Milroe has the ball. So if they can keep winning at Alabama, he'll be in the Heisman race. The other guy to watch, guys, watch that boy Quinn Ewers at Texas, because he's got a hell of a cast. He's got a hell of a cast, and he's got some big-time ballers around him, and he could very well be in it. He showed up big time. It's not just winning, Earl K-Mac. It's winning on a national television audience. And
That's
they
right.
whip. And listen, I came out strong for my good friend Don Wink Martindale, my buddy defensive coordinator in Michigan. But them Longhorns whipped Texas like till they butt rope like okra. And so watch Quinn Ewers, because he's hot. He's surrounded by some good players. He's at the University of Texas, guys. Hey guys,
let me chime in on this. Right now, and give me credit when I'm right about this. It's only 3 players. It's only 3 players that's up for the Heisman Trophy right now. Quinn Ewers is definitely one of them. And Cam Ward came back to your point in distant 30. The number 1 guy right now plays for the University of Georgia. He plays quarterback there. And
come on, Reese. Oh my goodness.
I'm just telling you, back.
And Earl, I think you got a legitimate point, because Georgia gonna win. And Georgia gonna win. Georgia gonna win. Kirby Smart gonna win football games, and that's the number 1 present. If you want to get to the downtown athletic club and hold that trophy, going like you better win some.
Now it's Shador and definitely Travis Hunter were on teams that we thought we'd be winning. I think they'll be right there. But no, it's going to be those big guys, and I mean that seriously. Georgia, Texas, that thing. Yeah.
K-Mac, you mentioned Shedeur Sanders and Travis Hunter, and they're both 2 very good football players, and they'll both have long careers in the NFL. But between them 2, if only one of them makes the trip to New York City to the Heisman Trophy banquet, which one, in your opinion, goes?
Shedeur.
Oh, it's easy. Go ahead, man.
Shedor's going. Yeah, Shedor's going.
Oh no. No, man. I see K-Mac. I can't wait to have our draft coach. And I ain't K-Mac. He is so high to the door, it makes my head swim. I mean,
he can play. Hey guys. Hey, Travis Hunter's the one, guys.
Yes.
Travis Hunter's the one. Travis Hunter, if any one of them guys makes the trip to New York City, rest assured it's Travis Hunter. Because the thing about it is, what Travis Hunter brings to the table, you can't take away. Because he can lock down and play corner. See, you can finally sack Shedeur enough to completely eliminate his credibility. I pray the boy stay healthy to make it to the draft. But what Travis Hunter brings to the table, you can't take that away, because you're going to lock down on the best. Now, they may get drubbed. They may not make a bowl game, but you can't take away what Travis Hunter brings to the table. Lockdown corner. Yeah,
it's got. You know what? You're right, because in order for them to make this move to pick anybody off their team, they need it. And I know nobody likes to hear me say it. They need an excuse, and an excuse for them to pick somebody like a Travis Hunter will be, it's a phenomenal talent, best 2-way player, something we've never seen before, which is what everybody's going to lean on to say this guy is the best player in all of college football, because there ain't nobody in college football that can do what he's actually doing, which is playing both sides of the ball at a Heisman level. Now I got to concede that. I don't know too many people that can play both sides of the ball at a Heisman Trophy level that we've seen. There's a lot. That's a short list.
And K-Mac, why are you hating? Why are you hating? Bear this in mind. Take into consideration what you just said. Deion Sanders was able to get that kid to go to HBCU. Now, anytime you can do that, brother, let me tell you something. When Deion Sanders got that kid to come, the number one player in the country when he came out of high school, to come to an HBCU, you can almost equate that to Rosa Parks saying, my feet hurting, I ain't getting up. I just chair this evening. I ain't getting up. That was almost on that level in terms of what it did and transformed
Transformation.
college foot. Ain't no question. Because here's the thing, guys. Hey, let's not kid ourselves. NIL is the law of the land. Now, you think Travis Hunter went to Jackson State on room, board, books, tuition, meals, and fees? You really believe that scholarship was all that got him to go to Lynch Street? Go over there on Lynch Street. You know what I'm talking about.
I'm gonna say, what you know about Lynch Street, Coach? Come on,
No,
now.
man, Coach, let me tell you. Let me tell you, and I'm telling you,
they let traffic back through Lynch Street now. They open it back up now. But anyway, go ahead.
Hey, Travis Hunter got enough money to buy Lynch Street now.
Twice.
His pocket, guys, his pocket was right when he went there. Okay, let's not kid ourselves. And I'm gonna tell you something, K-Mac. You hate on Deion Sanders all you want to, but as long as NIL is the law of the land, you got to give Deion Sanders a chance, and don't count him out, because he ain't lying when he say, I don't chase money. Money chases me.
What game? Hey, guys, let's close it out with this. What game are you most looking forward to? We got all stack up so many games today across the landscape. Which games? What one game that you're gonna be keen interested in today?
You know what? For me, it's two games. I want to see Notre Dame how they play today. I just want to see. I want to see how Notre Dame plays today. That is a big question mark for me. Notre Dame in this program. They got all the talent in the world, and I'm interested to see how they come out and how they play today.
Okay.
And outside of that, I don't. They all just kind of mixed. But I am looking at the Alabama game closely for one reason. And one reason I'm looking at the Alabama game closely. What type of energy will this team come out with? They had, they were a little shaky the last couple of games. The last game, they were a little shaky. It wasn't as crisp and clean as it should have been. But I want to see this team come out and impose their will and be dominant to say, okay, this is the team that can make a run for the title. Because right now, I think they were still trying to figure out who they were identity-wise under Kalen DeBore. But coming out right now to say, look, we want to be dominant, and this is who we are, and be back to the teams that were under Nick Saban that felt like they could beat anybody on the planet.
For me, I'm going to let Coach go last. For me, definitely the Alabama game, obviously. Because when the Alabama's playing, I'm interested in it, me personally. But the game we had talked about was, I'm really curious to see Boston College. I think they're going into Missouri.
They go to Missouri.
Yeah. So you remember last time we saw them, they was giving Florida State the business. It was like, and Bill O'Brien, guys, with that pro football staff. I mean, I think he got the guys that can teach that can coach those kids up. So I'm really curious. And don't sleep. They're going into Missouri. Missouri has a pretty good SEC football team, by the way. So
Missouri.
Yeah, that's where my interest is going to be right there. What about you, Coach?
I'm going to follow that one with keen interest. Let me tell you something now. Bill O'Brien, good football coach now. He's nurtured under Bill Belichick. The guy came over here and he had a rookie quarterback by the name of Deshaun Watson, went to the playoffs. Good football coach. He went down to Alabama, very successful as Nick Saban's offensive coordinator. He's a good football coach. And he understands what it takes to win. You got to own the line of scrimmage. They ran the football, guys. They rushed for 263 yards against Florida State, and that's an upset alert. I would not be surprised to see them go to Columbia and defeat Missouri. I'll tell you something else, Tim. I'll give you a name. Watch when Memphis takes on Florida State in Tallahassee. This kid, Mario Anderson. He's a running back at Memphis. He's averaged in 2 games. He's averaged 135 yards per game. Let's see if Coach Ryan Silverfield, the head coach at Memphis, let's see if he can establish the running game. Willie Jeffries said a leopard won't change his spots. In 2 weeks, Florida State has not been able to stop the run. If Memphis can go there, establish a running game, guys, don't be surprised if they go in there and make Mike Norvell and them Florida State Seminoles 3-0, but he ain't gonna get fired. Okay, he ain't gonna get fired, Katie. Forget that. They ain't gonna get fired. It ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen. And squash all that talk about Deion going there. Squash all that talk about Deion going there. That ain't gonna happen either.
Coach, well, I tell you what. Well, Deion just gonna make his own HBCU then. How about that?
What? Listen.
How about that? How about that? He gonna make his own HBCU. What's for sale out there, Reese? What's for sale? What can we go buy? Let's go buy us our own HBCU then. How about that?
We could have bought Birmingham Southern. We could have bought it was for sale for a while.
Listen.
What's for sale? What's for sale out there?
And I think Deion Sanders is smart enough to understand something, that the powers that be at the University of Colorado have given that boy the keys to the building and allow him to put his flavor not only on the university but the whole state of Colorado. And ain't nobody else gonna do that. Not even Florida State where he played. Okay, you know about Lynch Street, Jackson State, the sonic boom of the South. At Florida State.
Yeah, I believe, baby.
They ain't gonna change that to the sonic boom of the South. That ain't gonna happen. Not on the
campus. That ain't gonna happen. You can forget that.
That ain't gonna happen.
Hold on. Y'all also said that you weren't gonna be paying players. Now look at us.
Okay.
Huh?
Okay.
Huh?
All right.
Huh?
Okay.
But anyway,
okay.
real quickly, man. Look, we got
All
everybody's take on Alabama, Wisconsin. I got a question on a couple of games here, though. I got
okay.
LSU, South Carolina. Where you guys coming down on this? LSU, South Carolina.
Go ahead, Earl.
I'm picking South Carolina. Yeah, we talked. Yeah, I'm going with the Gamecocks.
Okay.
Really?
Okay.
All right, LSU, South Carolina. Well, now Boston College, Missouri. You going Boston College?
Yep.
That's upset. That's upset. You call it upset.
Yep.
Earl, you call it upset. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. You call it upset.
I know the quarterback. I can't remember where he came in from, though. I love him.
Yeah.
I love the quarterback there. Yeah.
Okay.
Notre Dame, Purdue.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Lord help Marcus Freeman if he can't win at Purdue.
Yeah. Now the pressure. If he lose well, first of all, the next game he loses will be all the pressure in the world on him. Because after he won that first game, hell, they could just won out and they would have been in the playoffs. Everything's been great up in South Bend. He loses to Purdue, it's gonna be a problem in South Bend. Let me tell you right now.
Ain't gonna happen. He'll go to West Lafayette and come out there with a W. He got better foot. Every kid at Notre Dame could have gone to Purdue. Not every kid at Purdue could have gone to Notre Dame.
Okay.
Water always seeks its own level, guys. Always does.
I hate you.
Yeah.
Wow.
Now, I think that at the end of the day, after Dawn Staley does her celebrity picks and game day finishes, that them boys from LSU gonna muscle up and hit that defensive front from South Carolina in the mouth and knock them back and win that football game. It's an identity. It's an identity of both teams.
Okay.
South Carolina South Carolina has not beat LSU in South Carolina since 1930. The last time they won was in Baton Rouge, and that was 1994. And guys, this is an LSU football team. They got rocked. Yeah. Lincoln Riley and them Southern Cal Trojans rocked them, but they recovered. Okay, and this new Neuheiser kid, the quarterback, is tied for the lead nationally going into this game for touchdown pass. Big shout out to that guy at Syracuse, Fran Brown, because he's tied with the quarterback from Syracuse, and Fran Brown off Kirby Smart's staff has Syracuse Orangemen 2-0. You know, Fran Brown looked like me, you, and K-Mac. Did you know that?
No. K-Mac and I know him very, very well.
Big shout out.
We spent time with him. I'm glad you brought that up.
Big shout out.
We talked to Matt Brown. We talked to Dabo Swain. We talked to all the coaches in the ACC. The one that impressed us the most was Fran Brown.
He's a good ball coach. He's a good ball coach, and he got them Syracuse Orangemen 2-0. Right, quick, you said Dabo. Can he win? Can he keep Clemson at the level that they've been accustomed to? One of the iconic programs of college football. If he don't subscribe to NIL, Hurry up now. You ain't running for political office. Tell me,
No.
yes or no?
No.
Huh?
He got to be in the
What?
NIL.
Wait a minute. Hold on, wait a minute. Hold on. That's your guy, Reese. Wait a minute. What's going on?
He's in the NIL right now. He got to embrace
transfer portal. Transfer portal.
Yeah.
Transfer portal.
Yeah.
Transfer. They one and the same. Free agency and NIL. They the same. You
That
got to
boy's
buy
just
them.
stubborn. He's just stubborn. He gonna come around. That's my guy. He's just stubborn right now.
I know that's your guy. But your guy better get on board with what's going on in college football and start buying him some skill players. So can he save his job? Can he save his job?
Man, people kidding. That way ain't going on. So okay, you gonna get rid of Dabo? Who you gonna hire?
Hey, partner, you ain't got to look long for who would take that job, okay? But I'm gonna tell you something, partner. Okay? Money talks, and you know what walks, okay? The bottom line, one time since 2015 has he not won 10 games. 10-game win season at Clemson will get you into the tournament, and that was last year when he went 9-4. I get it, but let's not kid ourselves, guys. They took a sound thumping, and that was a message Kirby Smart sent to him.
Yeah, but
okay?
you real quickly, you mentioned some numbers. Let me give you another number. 60 million. 60 million is what it's going to be. It's buyouts.
Them people at Texas A&M.
Coach.
Earl, them people at Texas A&M wrote a check for $75 million to send Jimbo fishing. That ain't nothing.
Okay, my bad.
That ain't nothing. He better come. Listen. The order of the day is transfer portal NIL. Get with it or get gone, because you cannot keep Clemson at the level of iconic expectation unless you get on board with the program. Who was the rapper say? Get with the program. The program. So you like what you see, better get a hold on me.
I missed that one.
You better get. You know what I'm saying. You better get with the program. He better get with the program. I ain't got nothing against the guy.
What's about Slim Shady said? What you say about him, Coach, early on?
Will the real Slim this week is fish or cut bait time? Will the real Slim Shady please stand up? It's the real Slim Shady.
We know who the real Slim Shady is, man. Man, we coming up on the top. We coming up on the top of the hour, man. Let's get a chance. Let's run through what I would consider to be upset alert for this weekend. Who's on the horizon for upset alert, and then who's got more to prove coming up this weekend?
Wow.
I think Billy Napier got a lot to prove. He's fighting for his job. This guy's fighting for his job. It was talk last year that if he didn't get out of the hole and break clean and wasn't impressive early, that he wasn't going to last. And then Mario Cristobal brings them Hurricanes into the swamp and drubbed them. Okay. And so now and today he's on national television. Mike Elko in his first year, he took a whipping at the home opener against Notre Dame, but he hits the road, and this is a ball game that he's got a better football team, and I think they go to Ben Hill Griffin and win. And I'm real interested to see what happens after that with Billy Napier. So yeah, that one followed real close, because I got Texas A&M winning and winning big. I do.
I mentioned my upset alert. It was Boston College in Missouri. That's the one I think is going to happen.
Yeah. You know what? You got both Earl and K-Mac. You guys big Alabama fans. Let's not forget, guys, that we're talking about. These are not 28, 29-year-old, 30, 40. They're not pros. Okay. I want to see how Alabama plays and shows that they can live in the moment and go to Camp Randall, which is a tough place to play, and take care of business, soundly thrash Wisconsin at their place, and not even remotely appear like they got their mind on who they play Saturday after next. Because you know who come to Bryant-Denny Saturday after next.
It's about time. They've been there forever. Georgia coming to Tuscaloosa. That's fine. We're good with that.
I'm not saying, look, Put the pom-poms down, Earl. Quit being a damn cheerleader. I ain't talking about they ain't going. I want to see, will they stay focused?
Yeah, I got you.
I want to see.
No, to your point. But see, yeah, they're going to stay focused. They playing a Big Ten team. They playing away from home, so I think they're going to be just fine.
Well, that's a sign. Again, you attribute that to coaching. I want to see, will Alabama stay focused? Okay, if Alabama stays focused, then they look like Alabama, and well, they should. But because you can rest assured, guys, Kalen DeBore and them Alabama football players, they know what's coming up Saturday after next. They know.
Yeah. Okay.
They have that on their mind without a doubt. I don't know if this is an upset. I don't know what this is, but I believe South Carolina is going to beat LSU. I think LSU is going to drop the ball. I'm just telling you, and it had nothing to do necessarily. I know it sounds crazy with South Carolina. It just had to do with. I just don't think that he know what the hell he doing with this LSU team. Because that press conference he had the other day, none of that stuff he's doing making any sense to me. So I mean, he's winning just by the fact that he must have a hell of a coaching staff. Because other than that, I have no idea what they're doing down at LSU.
You talking Brian Kelly now?
Brian Kelly.
Yeah.
Brian Kelly.
Yeah.
Brian Kelly. Yeah. Brian Kelly. Well, there are a lot of factors to figure in this situation, guys. Brian Kelly fired the whole defensive staff. They averaged giving up last year 416 yards per game. That's a recipe for a firing. So you bring in a new defensive staff. You open the season, and Lincoln Riley put 450 yards of total offense. So he got to fix that, okay? But let me just say this, guys. Again, Brian Kelly is a good football coach. He got Notre Dame to the CFP 3 times during his tenure at Notre Dame. He had a chance to go to Africa, get a job, get in a place geographically where he never run out of good black talent, Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Now, he has not fared well in opening games.
Wait a minute, Coach. You say
what?
Well, you say he had a chance to go to Africa.
He in Africa. Back to Africa. He ain't went to Africa. Hell yeah, he went to Africa. That's why he in there. The SEC is Africa. So
this how silly this is. He was saying it, and I'm serious. I was sitting here thinking, damn, did he coach in Africa? Did he coach in Africa?
He went.
Oh man,
K-Mac.
You got me, Coach. You got me on that one.
K-Mac, while you BSing, I was doing the same thing. I said, damn, when did he go to Africa?
He went to the Congo. You never. Listen. Let's be real. Why Brian Kelly wasn't fired from Notre Dame. Brian Kelly left to go to Notre Dame. Brian Kelly left to go to Notre Dame for the same reason that the powers that be hired Marcus Freeman.
Yeah.
That's the same reason. So, but listen, and the guy can coach. But yeah, his back is to the wall, but he got better players, guys. He got better players. He got 2 first-round draft picks in the O-line, and 4 of his starting 5 will play on Sunday. And they're going to line up and knock South Carolina off that football. And they better, because the pressure and the expectations are much higher in Baton Rouge than they are at South Carolina. Water seeks its own level. Okay. Now watch that little matchup. Watch that little matchup with that Denard kid, that edge rusher, that freshman edge rusher. He can play. He
plays in South Carolina, right, Coach?
He does. Denard, Kyle Denard.
I'm looking out for him.
But he going against a full-grown man.
Okay.
Listen, hey, the left tackle at LSU, Will Campbell, his name will be called at the draft in the first 7 players to go.
Okay.
He's that good, guys. Hey, let me tell you something about Will Campbell. Will Campbell walked in the building and lined up as the starting left tackle at LSU as a freshman. He's given up 1 sack, and that was his freshman year. He's given up 1 sack. He's a 3-and-out guy. This is his junior year. He's done after this year. You know who beat him?
Who?
You know who beat him? Will Anderson. Will Anderson.
Yeah, from Alabama.
He gave up a sack since he faced Will Anderson. And you think this freshman gonna whip his ass? Get real. Get real.
Coach, you know what? You're gonna have me. I'm be locked in. I'm be locked in on that one. I didn't even thought about that, but now you got a level right there, man. I'm gonna be locked in on that one.
I don't see that happening, guys. If the good guys, let me tell you something. Like I said, will the real Slim Shady please stand up? If the good guys show up today, okay? If the good guys show up today, South Carolina gonna get beat at home and in front of Dawn Staley and everybody else.
And right, matter of fact, Dawn Staley's gonna be coming up right now, real soon on ESPN. Yeah. They play at 12 noon. We got Alabama at 12 noon. We got some great games today. And hey, NCCU is going to UNC Chapel Hill. They playing Carolina today. How about that? Okay. How about that?
All right, don't slip up and pull a Deion now, UNC. Don't pull a Deion and you get caught slipping by NCCU.
Hey,
don't get caught slipping.
Trey Oliver, he's a good coach. He can coach, man.
Yeah, Trey Oliver, good coach. Trey Oliver, very good football coach up in North Carolina Central.
Yep, that's right.
Does a hell of a job. Does a hell of a job. No question. Does a hell of a job. Yeah, hell of a coach.
Mm-hmm. Hey guys, this was a good run for me, but I can't wait till next week. But this has been great, Mac. What you think?
All right, it's outstanding, man. I really look. We appreciate it. Thanks for everybody that's been chiming in. We got Hank chiming in on the chat, James on the chat.
Yeah, everybody. I saw that.
So we really do appreciate it. You guys keep doing what.
I think we're going, Coach.
Hey, man. Yeah, man. Listen, man. Thanks so much for having me, Earl.
You're the best.
I'm most appreciated, man. I enjoyed it.
All right. We'll see you. See you next week, guys.
Have a good one, guys.
Take care. Take care, guys. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. All right.